Have you noticed how time slips through without asking? One blink and the years run past, dragging you with them like wind through a broken door. But what if time isn't the one doing the damage? What if it's the habits, the small ones, the silent ones, the ones you call nothing? They don't bleed, they don't burn, but they crack you slowly. Tired eyes, tight breath, a stillness that doesn't feel peaceful anymore. And while you think you're in control, something is eating you from the inside. The Stoics warned us, don't waste your fire on what steals your peace. But ask yourself, are you truly guarding what matters, or have you been slipping quietly into rot? It doesn't take a storm to destroy you, just a drip, just a whisper, just forgetting to stop. Let's name the habits, the ones that age you faster than time ever could. How many times have you said it? I'm fine. Just tired, just didn't sleep well, just a rough week. But that just has lasted months, maybe years. You brush it off like dust, but it's not dust, it's rust, and it's eating through you. We wear exhaustion like a medal. We call burnout hard work. We laugh off the fatigue like it's normal. But here's the truth. You don't collapse in one moment, you fade. One skipped breath at a time, one missed meal, one late night, until peace becomes a memory and rest becomes a luxury. By the time you notice, you're already hollow. Because the cost of I'm fine is everything you never let yourself feel. Let's start where the damage begins. He doesn't rest. He shuts down, wakes up too early, goes to war with a half-charged soul, sleeps 4 hours, calls it discipline, calls it grind. But his hands shake, his mind blurs, and still he calls it productivity. They told him hustle would make him strong, but no one warned him. Sleep is where the repair begins. At night, the body rebuilds, cells heal, organs reset. The brain clears. When you skip that, you skip recovery. And when you do that for long enough, you age faster than time ever could. Dull eyes, bloated skin, joints that feel like rusted metal. Because without rest, you're not getting ahead. You're just breaking, quietly. Sleep isn't lazy. It's strategy, it's shield, it's restoration. Every night you steal from yourself, you pay back in years. So the next time you trade sleep for just one more task, know this. You're not building your future, you're burning it. Stress doesn't yell, it whispers, tightens your chest, steals your breath, lurks behind your smile. You function, you work, you answer emails, you show up. But inside, something is shrinking. Your shoulders carry it, your spine bends to it, and your mind forgets what stillness feels like. Cortisol becomes your morning coffee, anxiety becomes your baseline, and silence, it terrifies you. But here's the thing. The body isn't fooled, it keeps score, always. Heart rate up, skin dull, muscles locked, sleep shallow. Stress isn't fuel, it's corrosion. And the longer it stays, the deeper it carves. The Stoics never said don't feel, they said feel it, but don't become it. Name the weight, look it in the eye, and then let it pass. Because what you don't face follows you, and what you suppress sinks you. When you're tired but can't stop, you reach for fire, coffee, sugar, screens, noise, anything that buzzes, anything that burns, not to feel alive, just to stay upright. He calls it just one cup. But it's not about the drink, it's about the escape. The body is screaming for rest, but he gives it stimulants instead, because stillness feels like failure, and fatigue feels like weakness, so he pushes. Until the hands shake, until the heart pounds at rest, until his mind races, even in the dark. Caffeine becomes comfort, dopamine becomes oxygen, and sleep, just another enemy to outrun. But nothing comes for free. Every spike leaves a crash. Every high drags a low. You don't just borrow energy, you borrow years. Your nervous system isn't made for constant fire, it's made to reset, to breathe, to pause. But when you feed it chaos, it breaks. Not in noise, not in blood, but in silence. When even coffee can't keep you from collapsing, you're breathing, but never fully. Every inhale shallow, rushed barely enough. You live like you're late to something. Always moving, always behind, walking fast, talking fast, thinking too fast. Even when you sit, your chest doesn't drop, your jaw doesn't loosen, you don't breathe. You survive. This isn't pace, this is panic. On mute, and your body knows. Heart always racing, shoulders never drop, a mind stuck on high volume. It's not adrenaline, it's exhaustion disguised as speed. The Stoics spoke of tempo, of calm in motion, stillness while moving forward. But this is escape, from presence, from truth, from yourself. Slow isn't weakness, it's awareness, it's strength, it's control. And if you can't catch your breath, maybe it's not the lungs, maybe it's the life you're running from. The night arrives, but you don't. Your body lies down, but your mind stays online. The room is dark, but the screen glows, and that glow consumes you. Scroll, click, tap, swipe. You call it unwinding, but it's addiction in disguise. Dopamine, on drip feed. Tiny hits, tiny highs, keeping you awake while the soul begs to rest. You're not entertained, you're numbing, avoiding the silence, avoiding the thoughts that come when nothing else does. The blue light burns your eyes, the noise clouds your brain, and yet, you stay. Because stillness feels unsafe now, and sleep feels too quiet. But here's what it steals: melatonin, repair, dream. Your nights become static, your mornings exhausted. And the worst part, you don't even notice the theft anymore. The Stoics slept like warriors. They honored the dark, let it wash the day away, prepared for battle by first going still. But you fight through the night only to fall apart by sunrise. You don't need another video. You need rest. Not tomorrow. Tonight. Not when you're ready. Now. You eat, but nothing lands. A sandwich shoved in during calls, a snack while standing, scrolling, typing, not a meal, just fuel, just a function. No presence, no taste, no thanks. Your body digests, but your mind is elsewhere. And that silence, where gratitude used to be, it's gone. Food becomes noise, filler, something to silence the fatigue for just a few more hours. But what you feed, you become. Sugar for speed, salt for comfort, chemicals for the crash. You don't eat to live, you eat to escape. And yet you wonder why you feel empty after every bite. The Stoics saw food as sacred, a moment to nourish the body and center the soul. Not a distraction, not a crutch, not a race. So slow down, breathe between bites, chew like it matters, because it does. This is your fire, your fuel, your foundation. And if you keep pouring garbage into the machine, don't be surprised when it breaks, quietly. You drink, but not enough. Coffee, yes. Soda, maybe. Water, always later. You forget because your thirst is quiet, because your body doesn't scream until it's too dry to fight back. But every cell in you is waiting for moisture, for movement, for life. Dehydration isn't dramatic. It doesn't bleed. It doesn't bruise, but it slows you, weakens you, dries you out from the inside. Your skin cracks, your energy dips, your focus splits, and you keep wondering why you feel foggy, heavy, numb. You're not broken, you're dry. Even machines need water, even steel rusts without it. The Stoics trained in heat. They knew the body was a vessel, and every vessel needs to be filled. Not with caffeine, not with noise, with water, with stillness, with care. This isn't about hydration. It's about attention to your body, to your life, to the signals you keep ignoring. Drink, now. Not when you're dizzy, not when your lips crack, because you want to stay here. You finally sit, but you don't sink. The room is quiet, but inside, there's no peace. Your body slows, but your thoughts don't. You thought rest would feel good, but all it brings is noise. The regret, the guilt, the never-ending loop of should. So you reach for distraction, for sound, for anything but stillness. Because somewhere along the way, you made silence feel dangerous. Still's lazy, slow equals weak, quiet equals useless. But that's a lie. The Stoics lived in silence. They trained there, they healed there. Stillness wasn't absence, it was armor. It was the place where thoughts settle, where noise leaves, where you remember who you are. If it feels uncomfortable now, good, it means it matters. Sit, even if it itches, even if it burns, sit anyway. Because beneath that discomfort is the voice you've been running from, and it's not there to shame you, it's there to save you. He's not old, but something in him feels expired. Eyes dimmer, joints slower, a weight behind every breath, not pain, not illness, just distance from who he was, from who he's supposed to be. No wounds, no scars, just erosion. From habits too small to notice, from choices too quiet to stop, from years of saying I'm fine when he wasn't. He didn't fall, he faded. One missed hour of sleep, one skipped glass of water, one night too long in front of a screen, and over time, the light left, the fire cooled, the man disappeared. But here's the truth, you don't age in years, you age in neglect. Every time you ignore the signal, you speed the process. And what breaks you is never loud. It's the soft habits, the quiet damage, the silence you never pause to hear. But it's not too late to turn, not to reverse time, but to stop handing it away. So look in the mirror. Not to check the wrinkles, but to ask, am I still in there? If not, go find him. No sound, no phone, no tasks, no scrolling, just here. A man, a breath, a body that's been waiting, not for success, not for applause, for this, for someone to notice, to listen, to return. No fight, no words, just stillness. And maybe that's where it begins again. Not in change, not in fire, but in the quiet, where you remember. You were never supposed to burn out just to belong.